Hey guys, HandBananaPvP here, and yesterday was the Season 6 preview event, and today what we're going to do is we're going to go over all of the new units, their veterancy lines, possible predictions for the future, first impressions, and gameplay with all of the units involved. So anyways, let's get into it here. Alright, let's do this. So first up here we have the blue Halberdiers. They're called the Landsknechts, I believe that's how you pronounce it here. It's the upgrade of the blue Halberdiers. This is the top line. I'm also going to show you the bottom line. In the top line here, they get a wedge formation, which is pretty cool. Halberdiers usually don't get a wedge formation, so I thought that was really cool. They get a bunch of block break on the top line here, and then they get a double strike. And then you still get 1 point in the bottom line for some more piercing armor penetration. In my opinion, top line is going to seem to be the way to go. Reason being is their brace isn't all that great. It's more so with this unit, they're kind of like a prefecture pike in a way that has a brace. And obviously I'll show you that once we get to the testing and such. But yeah, so they have like a really kind of a weak brace. And then they have this thing, it's called like stab and hook, I believe. Where it's kind of like the bell hook on poleaxe kind of thing. They grab the unit and then they pull it back. It does like a little CC and then they start to bleed. And for the unit traits here, they have anti-cavalry. Preparation. So when they brace, it takes them a couple seconds to like plant their pole arms before you can go into the charge. And uniquely to this unit is you have to brace before the charge. A couple other things: quick strikes, a halberd that does more damage when units are charging. Obviously, they get the leadership reduction. So they have the phalanx, but then the wedge formation would also be there as well. So the brace here, causes masters damage to charging enemies, which is true. And then the battle charge, they charge like instantly right out of the brace, like right at the enemy, does a bunch of damage. And the charge seems to be like the star feature of this unit, definitely. And the stab and hook, this is like kind of like a Siladar's thing where they walk up and they do their thing, grab them, and it slows the enemy as well. Yeah, really cool unit, and let's get into some gameplay of them. All right, so here we are in the PTR in a frontier camp. This is just like a bot siege to just kind of show you kind of what the unit's going to do. So you have to plant the pole arms first. You do the brace, and then that's when it unlocks the charge. And right here you can kind of see they're kind of like a little mini prefecture pike in a way, which is really cool. And then I hit the tilt T ability, and this actually increases their speed a little bit. They walk up to the enemy a little bit quicker, and then they grab them and hook them and CC them. So with our T ability there, we ended up killing a couple of heroes. We go back into the brace, just kind of looking around, seeing what's up. As you can see, the brace, it doesn't really do all that much damage. Like I said, it's not really the star feature of the unit. It's the brace into the charge is what you really want with this unit. I charge him at that longbow there. He ends up going down because after the charge, they do like this thing where they like just pick up the halberds and whack down, which is really cool. Really cool feature. So I activate the T ability again here. Just stab and hook. As you can see, it provides a little bit of a bleed. It's definitely a big hero killer. This unit, I think, is going to be a great unit for killing heroes. Units, yes, as well. But I feel like it's going to be more of a hero killer than anything. And then also be able to kill, units good as well. Sorry. So we took care of that guy. We're going up to the rest of the home point here. I think right here, either I do the T or the V attack here. What do I do? I hit the T. You see it takes care of all those units really quick. And then poleaxe. Poleaxe, that's another thing I want to mention, is that I think poleaxe is going to be a great weapon next season. Because they buffed the Becta Corbin on poleaxe, which now every time you hit an enemy, it reduces their defense. And then right here, real quick, this is just their brace, and then I think the guy on the enemy team was an actual player, and I charged into his Yeomen charge right here with the new Yeomen, and it did evaporate my what was left of my Halb unit there. So it's clearly they're not really as anti-cav as the description says. Now we're going to get into a couple of tests with these new Halberdiers. And this one, what I did is I charged into my buddy Evo's Halbs, and then I hit shock attack here.
No, prisoners!
Oh, wow. Wow. They absolutely totaled them.
Effective.
As you can see there, the Halbs didn't last very long, but in this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge, and then Evo's also going to charge into me. So now he's going to use the Halb's charge, and let's see how this one goes.
Yep. Whenever you're ready.
Yes, ready!
Charge!
No prisoners!
Kill them all!
Yeah, I pressed the hook and stab. Yeah, a lot more effective. So it's all about that charge then.
And this next one, what we're going to do here is Evo's going to charge his halbs into mine, and then I'm just going to keep mine in brace, and he's just going to do the charge. So this little test right here just proves that the charge is going to be the star feature of this unit, and the brace really not all that much effective. So another little test here me and my buddy Mouflon did is he is advancing imp pikes and I'm charging into the advance. Now whilst it didn't kill all the imp pikes, we were very surprised to see that it actually knocked them over, some of them, and killed a few of them.
7 units, but like I think about 8 of them.
So in this next clip here, I'm going to plant the pole arms firm and brace my halbs, and then Evo's going to charge his yeoman right into my brace.
Here we go. Oh,
Jesus.
Alex.
Did you just lose 2 units?
Sorry, no worries. I lost a few more in the after fight, but
so this right here just really confirmed for us that their cavalry countering capability really is not something that has come to fruition yet. There could still be changes, but we kind of all agreed that these new halbs are not really going to be all that great at countering cavalry. This next clip here is going to be me charging the nerfed Kheshigs, because the Kheshigs did get nerfed even on the PTR here. And I'm going to be charging right into the new Halberdiers brace Evo has on his side. And let's see what happens here.
Jeez, carnage.
Yeah, so the Kheshigs definitely took care of those halbs. And had I been in there with my hero assisting, no, there's no no argument that they would have absolutely eviscerated those halbs. So new halbs, not big cavalry counters for sure. So last clip here before we get into the new Yeoman. Evo charges his halbs right at me. Let's see what happens.
Jeez. Well, at least we know they're good for something.
All right, guys, and on to the new Yeomen, aka the Armiger Lancers. So I have a video here of them on the top line and the bottom line. I personally think the top line is going to be the way to go, although there is significant defense bonuses on the bottom line. The top line increases their attack and increases their speed. As you can see with the Doctrine there, they get up to an 8.6 speed, which is really cool, because that's really fast for a Lance Cav unit. It's just barely under as fast as Hussars. And this is like, you know, soup to nuts. I got all of the honor nodes and everything, so that's what they're going to be max stats-wise. So this is them on the bottom line. They have a really, really cool ability on the bottom line, though, which, well, they still get it on the top line anyways, which is also why I don't think bottom line will be all that viable. But they regenerate 0.25% of their health every second, like as a passive trait. And the bottom line, the last veterancy point, increases that to 0.5%. So 0.5% of their health every second, which is really interesting. We've never seen a unit before that like regenerates health passively without having to activate an ability. Right here, unhurried, they wait for the right moment to strike, which is definitely true, which we will see. They wear heavy armor, making it difficult to harm. Winter Warriors just reduce the leadership, and there it is right there. Unit recovers 0.25% max health every second, which is really cool. They get this ability Gallop, which like all of a sudden, it's kind of like a mini charge. There's whatever direction they're facing, they just charged. Cover Commander, which is super cool. I'm so happy to see Cover Commander on a Cav unit. It's so cool. And after you use the Gallop ability, they automatically go into Cover Commander. And also, last but not least, their charge here is definitely very effective. Now let's get into some gameplay. All right, guys, so this is us on the PTR with the Armiger Lancers. I activate the Cover Commander, and we get the Poleaxe ult on that guy, which is also why I think Poleaxe is going to be really cool coming up here. So we did the Cover Commander, and I think we go into the charge here. As you can see, the charge, we take out a bunch of units, and then I think I X back, and then it did the Gallop ability, and you can see they just start like running at you as fast as they can. So not only are they as fast or just as fast as Hussars, they actually get faster. Which is why I think the top line is going to be really cool for him. So I'm just kind of cover commandering around, trying to figure out what my next move is. I see there's a couple of heroes here. Again, this is just a bot siege. But so the poleaxe, so I CC them, and I'm going to the cover commander here. They're just running around all crazy. Like, look at all those damage numbers. They just go around. I did the gallop, which, it's a great move, like in combat and to get them out of combat. Poleaxe ult this guy. He goes down. Then I go into the cover commander again. They're just killing units. I think we're up to almost like 100 unit kills in like under a minute. Bunch of hero kills. So yeah, I'm in cover commander right here. I'm just doing the back to Corbin there. You can see the damage increase with the poleaxe buff. I'm really excited for it. I'll probably be playing a lot of poleaxe this next season. And I did the gallop ability as they were following me, and you see they all just come to my aid. It's so cool the way this unit works now. I'm very excited for it. All right, back into some testing with Evo and Mouflon here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to charge my Yeomen into the Samachian Paladins of last season, and let's see what happens here.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
yeah, quite effective. Pretty much them all did. Their normal attack is quite nice. Yeah, the hit gun.
As you can see there, guys, absolutely eviscerated them. I only lost 3 units. The cover commander's so cool on these guys. They took out those paladins really quickly, and that's a tanky unit. I am super excited for these new Yeomen. It's definitely my favorite unit so far. Now, guys, earlier you saw the new Yeomen beat the new Halberdier brace, and then let's watch them charge right into Pike Militia here. Let's see what happens. Pike Militia OP. Oh man, Pike Militia, they just never go away, and you can always rely on your good old Pike Militia. All right, guys, one more test here with the Armiger Lancers, and then we're going to get into the new Fire Lancers. So we're just going to test here whether or not the Azap's counterattack can counter the charge of the new Yeomen. Because Azaps are notoriously, well known for being able to, somewhat, take a cab charge and kind of use their counterattack to counter it. So let's see if it happens here.
There we go, charge out.
Spread out and attack!
Death or glory!
Lost a fair bit there. You're almost as effective on the walkthrough.
So it was pretty impressive to see the new Yeomen take out as many of these Azaps as they did. Also because they're a T4 unit versus a T4 unit, and Azaps have been known to counter charges of T5 units. In a big battle situation, maybe not as much. We'll have to wait and see once the season actually releases, but I have high hopes for this unit, and now let's get into the new Fire Lancers. All right, guys, so next up here, we'll get into the Liao's Rangers, the new Fire Lancers. There is still a bit of a mystery. Reason being is they have on the PTR anyways, they had a bunch of bugs that I'm going to show you here in a little while. But as far as the veterancy goes, top line seems to be more so directed towards their shot rather than like the Fire Lance itself when you hit somebody with it in melee. Sorry, brain fart there. They get this cool ability Blast, which is like an area target where you can kind of tell them to shoot now. Doesn't really work right on the PTR here, and I'm hoping they get that fixed before it gets released live. But yeah, so the top line is definitely for the guns, and the bottom line is more for the mace. So yeah, Blast designated target, hits target area. Bludgeon, their bludgeon ability, it's like a, I don't know, it's just kind of like it's kind of like Silidar's in a way with their decapitate. Like it just in an area, they just swing their mace and hit whatever is near them. The charge is bugged right now, so I'm not sure whether it's really all that effective or not. For their unit traits, we have range resistance. They seem to be very flame resistant, and even towards the new flame new flame unit. So that'll be interesting to see. Not quite sure yet. Nobody's quite sure yet about this unit, so it's not just me being dumb, I assure you. It's because there's a lot of bugs involved with this right now, but it sounds really cool. So this is them on the bottom line. As you can see on the bottom line, they become significantly more tanky. So bottom line could be viable. Not totally sure, as I said, with the bugs going on at the moment, because they do get some what's that, range damage mitigation. They get more health. So if you put a, like an epic or blue health doctrine on them, they could almost have like 13,000 health, which is pretty crazy. They get this ability called devastation, which is also kind of bugged like the shot. This one, it's like they walk up to the target and supposedly they shoot and then they hit. And then they get a big bonus to their defense. So they get almost 700 of all the defenses. And as you can see there, devastation, what it does. But yeah, let's get into some gameplay and we'll go over some of these bugs and things going on with the unit. I submitted them all to the dev team, so hopefully by release we won't have to deal with any of them, but I'm just going to show you them now. First right here is going to be the Liao's Rangers charge. So you're going to see the bug here. So they start to charge, they fire, and then they just kind of stop in place. And obviously that's not supposed to happen. I have been reassured recently that apparently there have been some patches to fix this unit from the Frontier version of the game, which will obviously come to our version. So I'm definitely optimistic for the future of the unit, but these are just the bugs that were present when I was testing. So I feel obligated to show them, just because I was testing. Okay, so here in the unit training area again, it's another test that I did. I X'd the unit into this unit, and then I hit the bludgeon ability, where they're supposed to just kind of circle around and smack. And then I hit the devastation ability, which is, these guys are on the bottom line here. So that's the devastation ability, where they're supposed to shoot and then and then hit the unit after. So as you can see, there are some problems with this unit on the PTR. So this is not by any means going to the live version. I sure hope not. But I just wanted to show you this is what I this is what I found. So they're definitely having some issues for sure. So here we are testing out in the open world again. This is them on the top line. So I did their target ability where they're supposed to shoot an area there. And yeah, some of them shot. They killed a few of Evo's units here, but didn't really do all that much. I'm just kind of trying to decide on what to do. Is I know the unit's having problems, so I'm trying to find out ways to make them show themselves so that they can be fixed. Whether or not they've already been fixed on Frontier or not, I don't fully know. So I did the charge here, and you see they kind of just scattered about all over the place. But then right here,
yeah, it just doesn't quite work, does it? But that is effective.
I hit their bludgeon ability, and in that situation right there, they actually did bludgeon the unit and kill quite a few of them. All right, guys, so now we're just going to go over a couple interactions some people wanted to see. I got some requests in my stream and stuff like that. This is going to be Kheshigs versus the Imp Pikes, and these are the nerfed Kheshigs, which they definitely got nerfed a bit. So you're going to see I charged, and then the Kheshigs get hit with the advance. But it seems like Kheshigs are still going to be killing Imperial Pikes, regardless of the nerf, because I know that has been a big complaint for a while. But yeah, that's kind of how that interaction went.
Kheshigs just have the time the game's realised that the pikes are hitting something, the Kheshigs are already halfway through the unit, aren't they?
Yeah.
All right, so quickly here, guys, we're going to go over, the artillery nerfs, because Artie got nerfed hard. It really did. And they weren't messing around this time. As you can see here, it seems like, because usually when I used to aim at a unit like that, the cannon would blow up previous to it going behind the unit. So it's kind of weird. I don't know if that's a bug or intentional or what, but so I'm going to try to aim a little lower here. You see, I hit the unit, but that's a purple cannon. A purple cannon hitting a unit of condos, but this is the third or fourth time it's hit the condos, and then it's just kind of ghosting right through them. So my buddy Mouflon here, he hops on it, and he's going to hit them here pretty much with a direct hit. And look what happens here. The condos, they're still alive. They should be long since dead with a purple cannon. He's going to shoot him again. What do I have left there? I still have so many models. So he's going to give him another blast. And I still have units. That's a purple cannon. They should, previously, that unit should be completely dead. And so Artie got nerfed hard. Get prepared, guys. Can't rely on Artie anymore. Guys, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I had so much fun making this video. I encourage y'all to join my Discord. The link will be down below in the video description. And as a content creator for Conqueror's Blade, you can use my creator code HandBananaPvP, all lowercase letters, in the My Game store to get some awesome creator packs. You can get unit skins, hero skins, and some awesome loot. It supports the channel, supports the game, And if you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe. Going to be a hell of a lot more of these in the future. Thank you, people. I love you. Have a good one.